Hey, today I'm gonna review this twin, Missing Link Sunstreaker and Cordon. And before we take a look at this twin, let's check out the box first. This appearance of the box is a recreation of the original G1 Toys box, just like Missing Link Optimus Prime box. This for the side view, top view, bottom view, and also the back view. And there is no differences between these two boxes, except the illustration and the robot stud in the back. Inside the box, there is a figure itself, accessories, instruction sheet, cards, stickers, and yet another advertisement. For the robot looks, overall, there is no significant difference between them, just like a twin, except the color and the siren lamp on Cordon chest. And if we look more closely at the robot shoulder, it's kinda okay, but for today's standard, it's actually really weird. And what I mean with today's standard is where the figure has a proportional body, just like a human. And based on that, the shoulder is too lower for my taste. If I compare it to Optimus Prime robot mode, I think it is better than this mold. And if you turn it to the side, it's the best worst look possible. The robot body looks too hollow, just like my heart. But if you don't like that look, you can fill the gap by lift the shoulder up and pull it back a little bit to seemingly fill up the gap from the side. Yeah, but it's kind of mess with the shoulder articulation for a bit. But if you do not satisfy enough with that look, there is an alternate configuration for the shoulder. It looks more beautiful in my opinion, but that look come with a price. Yes, the articulation. With this configuration, the shoulder cannot move freely like the normal configuration. I wish I could modify this look somehow so it can be perfectly articulated, or you can use this next configuration. It did not look as good as the first one, but it has more articulation, but still it can match the articulation from the original configuration. And not only the shoulder that look weird, this figure has also weird foot. The foot is not completely transformed like the masterpiece version, so the wheel is just hanging there, resulting a quite hard to stand figure. Even though he is hard to stand with this kind of legs, but he can roll out with that wheel, just like what Optimus said. Because of technological limitation at that time, this is kinda the best look possible that they can get at that time for this figure robot mode. Well, if that's the case, I can understand. And luckily, the design did not turn like this one. Despite for all that flaws, for today's standard, this figure is a great recreation for the original G1 Toys that has very limited movement. But come on, I'm not old man, so I prefer today's standard. As for metal parts, this figure has some metal parts in his body, such as this foot and maybe this thigh. I'm not really sure for this one, but it feels like it. Because of those metal parts on his body, he also feels quite heavy. For articulation, this figure has some articulation like the foot can move to the back, the heels can move side to side, the knee can bend more than 90 degrees, the hips can rotate, can move to the front this far, and move to the back this far, and it also can spread. The shoulder can move up, move back, and also can rotate. The arm can rotate. The elbow can bend 90 degrees to the front and to the back. The hand can rotate and also can open up. The head can look to the right and to the left and also can look down. The articulation is quite good in my opinion for this kind of figure. And he even have two ratchet joints in the leg and in the shoulder. And now it's time for flexing time. I mean, size comparison, Optimus, SRB, Rodimus from previous review, Masterpiece, Spin Out, and also Ruler. I think that is for robot mode. Let's move on to the transformation. Transformation of this figure is quite simple, but there is one part that makes this transformation really hard. Yeah, the legs. The legs is really hard to pull out, especially for the first time. And I even accidentally pull out the knee from the legs. Holy shit. And I thought I just break the figure. God damn it, Doctor. But luckily, you can still attach it back. And if you want to collapse it back, good luck with that. Because it's really hard, maybe almost impossible, especially for the right leg. I spent almost 1 hour to figure out how to collapse it back. And it still don't wanna move at all. I even used some of my full power to push it back and nothing happened. As for the Sun Striker, there is no problem at all. Everything transforms easily. It feels like Cordon is just a bastard child from Takara and Tommy. And in the end, to collapse Cordon right legs, I need to fix it first. And what I do is separate the legs by force, of course, and then sending this part and also this part so I can collapse it down normally. But be careful, if you want to sending it down, you don't want it to be too flat because it can mess with the collapse mechanism, aka the leg will lose forever. And after a shit ton of effort, finally we can get car mod. From the car look, I think it's really cool and good. It's like this figure really meant to be a car rather than a robot because the car is really proper except from the jet engine on the back. Well, it's basically a Lamborghini Countach with a jet engine on top of it. And for the detail, this car is so beautiful. The car cockpit can open up and inside the car there is a space to put the driver in it. And there is some beautiful detail inside the cockpit. Beautiful. As for the tire, this car has a rubber tire just like Optimus Prime. And I hope it will last forever and not become brittle or tear down over the time. Also, all the wheel is all pinned down and roll perfectly smooth, not like the first missing link that I have, Optimus. And beneath the car mod is so clean, beautiful, not like so many Transformers these days. And for the price quality, I forget to mention that, sorry. The price quality is really good, at least for the wise part. I can see that when I try to push the leg down for the first time. I even use almost my full power to push it down and it does not even crack. Good, but still. And for car size comparison, I will compare it to Optimus Prime, Asabi, Animas Machina, Masterpiece, Spin Out, and also Ruler. And for accessories, these two figures has similar accessories like pistol, another gun, a pair of hands, booster, and pilot. For the pilot, it has some articulation, but not as good as the Diaclone pilot, and the pilot can also sit in the car mode, but sadly not in the robot mode. The booster can attach to the robot mode shoulder, and also it can attach in the car mode. Good. The pistol can go in the robot mode hand, but in the car mode, this pistol cannot attach anywhere. What a waste. And for the other gun, it can be placed in the robot wrist. And in the car mode, this gun still cannot attach anywhere, just like the first one. And for the separated hand, aka old style hand, it can also go to the wrist. But excuse me, for the hands, I prefer the new one. As for the price, this figure is kinda feels like leader class. And for me, it's quite expensive. But come on, most of the people paid for the nostalgia, right? And all in all, this figure is quite good in my opinion, in robot mode and especially in the car mode. They are really beautiful, but for today's standard, the robot mode looks quite weird, especially on the shoulder. And also, this figure need more quality control, especially in the leg part. But rather than that, this figure is quite good for a regression from the original G1 toy. I think I'll give it 4 out of 5, and I think that's all for the review. See you around.